guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the village. Literally, because I am currently at home in my village in Kirinyaga. That's where I'm at right now. Just enjoying some clean air, some fresh greenery. Yeah, I'm really having fun at home, just enjoying myself. And chilling and spending time with family. I'm still at work, so I'm still working from home, but I'm really enjoying myself at home. Karibuni sana kwenye kijiji, you know. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, do that. Like this video, even if you haven't even started talking about what you're meant to be hearing today, but welcome. Today's video we're going to be speaking about budget traveling. What do you need to know? Tips and tricks. I'm literally just going to be sharing what I've learned over the couple of years, and as you've seen, this year I've gone on a few trips, vacations, and all that. So just want to share, and all of them definitely have been on a budget. I'm not a rich person. Still not being paid by YouTube, so what do you need to know if you want to plan a trip on a budget? Travel with fun people. Basically a group travel. So group travel is really a very top thing in like making sure that you're using the least amount of money but also going to enjoy a trip. So for example, like with staycations, like the staycations I've gone over the couple, like 2 this year. Yeah, like I've gone on 2 staycations this year, and the Diani trip, like all of them I've done them with a group, which meant that the house, because Airbnb is like charge for the house, so you split the amount of money that is supposed to be spent there. And if it's a hotel, maybe you can book a room that can accommodate the number of people that you have there. There's a little bird over there. Yeah, so group travel, like take advantage of group travel. So if you have people that you know, of course, like planning group travels can also be hectic, especially if it's a large number of people. So just make sure that you know people who are actually very serious about wanting to travel. Otherwise you get so frustrated, because people definitely are excited at the beginning, like, oh yay, they're going on a trip, and then afterwards people start dropping out when we actually have to start giving money towards this. So find serious people to travel with, and that will definitely reduce your cost. Identify the place that you want to go. So to know how much you're going to spend, definitely first know, like, we want to go here. So like for us, with we knew for the recent trip in Diani, we knew that we wanted to go to the beach, and we knew that we just wanted a beach. That's the most. And we also knew that we didn't have a lot of money to go to Seychelles, so yeah, so we started research on like areas like Watamu, Diani, best places that we can go. And then even for staycations, like just figure out, do you want to go out of town, do you want to stay within Nairobi, or do you want to go to the village? Just find out what or where do you want to go, and that will now make your planning easier in terms of like finding accommodation, areas to eat, and whatnot. So now you are either going with your group and you've known where you want to go. So comes to budgeting. How much money do you want to spend on this trip? So for us, we have our treasurer, Madam Zena, for like our Diani trip or our staycation in Ruaka. We definitely just put down, like, literally we want to spend 10,000 And then now with that money we started looking for like what mode of transport would be easy for us to go to Diani. When we're in Diani, where can we stay, and what offers are available for us, because actually where we stayed we had an offer, we had like a 10% or 20% off, I think so. Yes, so that was really cool. So yeah, find out how much money do you want to spend, because we could have gone to Diani and spent 60,000 per person, but I think for that trip we spent like 12-13,000 for like transport, food, accommodation, literally everything. So once you've identified this is where I want to go, how much do I want to spend, and then you can start looking for accommodation that is actually within your price range. Just making sure you make sure that you stick to your budget, because sometimes you go on a trip and unapata vitu mingi unakuwa like shaken and you end up spending more money than you needed. Of course there needs to be like miscellaneous, like plan for accidents, plan for emergencies, just in case. Like for our case, when we went to Diani we had to use like public transport and the ferry, then a taxi to go to the SGR, because we missed the van that was supposed, that like transports people from Diani to SGR. We spent more or less the same amount of money, but then it took us a lot more time and energy to get there. Yeah, so make sure that when you're budgeting for that trip you have like just in case money, just put that aside just to make sure that you're covered for any emergencies. The other thing is now looking out for offers. I mean, like, that's so obvious. Mimi, you see, we are people for saving coins. So we are about saving that coin. Enjoy life, but also find opportunities to save. So like for our staycation at Ibis, they had an offer like for the anniversary, so that's why we took advantage of that. When we went to Diani, we also received an offer on the accommodation. So this will require you having powerhouses like Wangeshi, Nchuri, who know how to source those things. Just find that power person. Like, groups need to be also very well distributed, so also that you're not the only one planning the trip. Watu wako na strengths zao. So when you find those strengths kama Wangeshi na Nchuri, yeah, just give them like, this is our budget, please help us find accommodation. Of course, like, we will step in and look for things also, but those are people that I know can scout for offers and all that. So those have been my plug in terms of like travel. I think the other thing is like, plan a day trip. Sometimes it's not even usually about like going to spend at a place. So a day trip, so like our national park visit, we also like found an offer that was going around for like 2,000 per person, and you get a vehicle and a like tour guide, and you spend your like 5 hours in the national park. So find day trips that you can take advantage of if you like, you're not looking to spend a lot of money, and maybe after that you can just go like have lunch with your friends. The other important thing is like communication early in advance. So if you're planning for a trip, if it's especially with people that you know, maybe mtasumbuana kidogo, just plan it as early as possible. Communicate, like, let's send this money by this date, let's book this place by this time or by this date, so that everyone is aware of the process. Kuliko like you plan, mention it at the beginning of January and the trip maybe is in December, and then November ndio mnaanza kukumbushana, oh by the way let's go. No, so it's like open lines of communication. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's it. Those are the things that I think we have been thinking about when looking into our travel, and or specifically budget traveling. And yeah, I think I really want to be able to do a lot more of that, so I'm putting a lot of savings into like seeing now if I can actually now do an actual trip outside the country. The one that I have done is like in Tanzania. We did that last year with my friends, also group travel. We got a dope house and it was such a fun time. Yeah, so I mean, like, make sure to just get people who are really excited about traveling, people who really won't bail. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope this was helpful. If there's anything more that people should consider in terms of like budget traveling, write them on the comments, because maybe I missed something, or there are other tips that we can use, so add those to the comments down below. Yes, thank you so much for tuning in, and see you on my next video. Bye.